I want to talk to you.
What you're going to see here is the wet bin dumping directly into this bypass hopper. This auger here from the secondary wet bin dumping into there. And your drag conveyor it's fabbed into just one elevator now, but can have a K-valve installed and be fabbed into both elevators. I don't know if you see that down in there. And so how do you unload a truck when your dryer's full? So how do you unload a truck if your dryer's full, especially with this not having to move any valves, leaving this gate open here on the bottom of the hopper bin? So how do we unload a truck? Well, if we start dumping here, it won't allow any grain in here. And I built an overflow valve to show you. I built it open and I built it so you can see the different positions. So this elevator, the wet elevator, dumps into this overflow valve. And if the valve is in the center position, it'll go through here, fill the dryer. When this pipe gets full, it backs up here and overflows this center gate and goes down into your wet bin. Then in the off season, if you are wanting to go only to the wet bin, you can flip this flipper over here. So it goes only to the wet bin. Also, if you are emptying your wet bin, you're taking your last bit out of your wet bin, you flip it over here. Now you know everything goes to here. Goes to the dryer. So this also, do you need 3 elevators or do you need 2 elevators? If you are only receiving one grain at a time, you only need 2 elevators. That valve right there makes it that you only need 1 wet elevator and 1 dry elevator. There's no reason to have multiple wet elevators, because the elevator you receive with can also be the elevator that you fill the dryer with, because it always flood fills the dryer. And whether this is a tower dryer or a mixed flow or a screen portable dryer, it doesn't matter. It works the same when if it's a auger top dryer, when it calls for grain, the auger up top is going to start and it's going to run grain across and empty this pipe out. There's only one company I know of that makes an overflow valve like this. All the other companies that I know of that make overflow valves, which are a lot, they either have a no valve in here, or they have a valve pivoted up here that'll come over to make it so no grain goes in the dryer, but they leak, they don't work, they're built way too light, the valve is, and they don't work. So there's only one company I know of that actually makes a positive 3-position, an actual 3-position overflow valve. So because of people not knowing this, they put in 3 elevators.